Welcome to Maputo, the capital and largest city of Mozambique. Located near the southern end of the country, it is within 120 kilometers, 75 miles, of the borders with Eswatini and South Africa. The city has a population of 1,088,449, as of 2017, distributed over a land area of 347.69 square kilometers, 134.24 square miles. The Maputo metropolitan area includes the neighboring city of Matola, and has a total population of 2,717,437. Maputo is a port city, with an economy centered on commerce. It is also noted for its vibrant cultural scene and distinctive, eclectic architecture. Maputo was formerly named Lourenço Marques until 1976. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video to your friends and families. Maputo is situated on a large natural bay on the Indian Ocean, near where the rivers Tembe, Baluzi, Matola and Infiline converge. The city consists of 7 administrative divisions, which are each subdivided into quarters or bairros. The city is surrounded by Maputo province, but is administered as a self-contained, separate province since 1998. Maputo City is the geographically smallest and most densely populated province in Mozambique. Maputo is a cosmopolitan city, with Bantu, Portuguese, and, to a lesser extent, Arabic, Indian, and Chinese languages and cultures present. The area on which Maputo stands was first settled as a fishing village by ancient Sangha people. It was soon named Lourenço Marques, after the navigator of the same name who explored the area in 1544. The modern city traces its origins to a Portuguese fort established on the site in 1781. A town grew around the fort starting around 1850, and in 1877 it was elevated to city status. In 1898, the colony of Portuguese Mozambique relocated its capital there. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Lourenço Marques grew both in population and economic development as a port city. Upon Mozambican independence in 1975, the city became the national capital and was renamed Maputo. During the Mozambican Civil War, the city's economy was devastated. When the war ended, the Frelimo government launched a program to revive the city's economy, and to clean up the city by forcibly removing criminals, squatters, and undocumented residents. Maputo has a number of landmarks, including Independence Square, City Hall, Maputo Fortress, the Central Market, Tunduru Gardens, and Maputo Railway Station. Maputo is known as an aesthetically attractive, if dilapidated, city. With wide avenues lined by jacaranda and acacia trees, it has earned the nickname City of Acacias and the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. The city is known for its distinct, eclectic architecture, with Portuguese colonial, neoclassical and manuline styles alongside modern Art Deco, Bauhaus, tropical modernism and brutalist buildings. The historic Baixa de Maputo district is the downtown area. Maputo has a vibrant cultural scene, with many restaurants, music and performance venues, and local film industry. Maputo's economy is centered around its port, through which much of Mozambique's imports and exports are shipped. The chief exports include cotton, sugar, chromite, sisal, copra, and hardwood. In addition to trade, the city has robust manufacturing and service sectors. Several colleges and universities are located in Maputo, including Pedagogical University, São Tomás University, Catholic University of Mozambique, and Eduardo Mondlane University, the oldest in the country. On the northern bank of Espírito Santo estuary of Delagoa Bay, an inlet of the Indian Ocean, Lourenço Marques was named after the Portuguese navigator who, with Antonio Caldera, was sent in 1544 by the governor of Mozambique on a voyage of exploration. They explored the lower courses of the rivers, emptying their waters into Delagoa Bay, notably the Espírito Santo. The forts and trading stations that the Portuguese established, abandoned and reoccupied on the north bank of the river were all named Lourenço Marques. The existing town dates from about 1850, with the previous settlement having been entirely destroyed by the natives. The town developed around a Portuguese fortress completed in 1787. On December 9, 1876, Lourenço Marques was elevated to the status of village, and on November 10, 1887 it became a city. The Luso-British conflict for the possession of Lourenço Marques ended on the 24th of July, 1875 with Patrice de MacMahon, the French president, ruling in favor of Portugal. In 1871, the town was described as a poor place, with narrow streets, fairly good flat-roofed houses, grass huts, decayed forts, and a rusty cannon, enclosed by a recently erected wall 1.8 meters, 6 feet, high and protected by bastions at intervals. The growing importance of the Transvaal led, however, to greater interest being taken back in Portugal in the development of a port. A commission was sent by the Portuguese government in 1876 to drain the marshy land near the settlement, to plant the blue gum tree, and to build a hospital and a church. A city since 1887, it superseded the island of Mozambique as the capital of Mozambique in 1898. In 1895, the opening of the Zazam Railroad to Pretoria, South Africa, caused the city's population to grow. The Witwatersrand Gold Rush, which began in 1886, also increased the economic development of the city in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as Lourenço Marques served as the closest seaport for the export of gold from South Africa. In the early 20th century, with a well-equipped seaport, with piers, quays, landing sheds and electric cranes which enabled large vessels to discharge cargoes direct into the railway trucks, Lourenço Marques developed under Portuguese rule and achieved great importance as a lively cosmopolitan city. It was served by British, Portuguese, and German liners, and the majority of its imported goods were shipped to Southampton, Lisbon, and Hamburg. With the continuous growth of the city's population due to its expanding economy centered on the seaport, from the 1940s Portugal's administration built a network of primary and secondary schools, industrial and commercial schools, as well as the first university in the region. The University of Lourenço Marques was opened in 1962. Portuguese, Islamic, including Ismailis, Indian, including from Portuguese India, and Chinese, including Macanese, communities, but not the unskilled African majority, achieved great prosperity by developing the industrial and commercial sectors of the city. Urban areas of Mozambique grew quickly in this period due to the lack of restriction on the internal migration of indigenous Mozambicans, a situation that differed from the apartheid policies of neighboring South Africa. Before Mozambique's independence in 1975, thousands of tourists from South Africa and Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, frequented the city and its scenic beaches, high-quality hotels, restaurants, casinos, and brothels. The Mozambique Liberation Front, or Frelimo, formed in Tanzania in 1962 and led by Eduardo Mondlane, fought for independence from Portuguese rule. The Mozambican War of Independence lasted over 10 years, ending only in 1974 when the Estado Novo regime was overthrown in Lisbon by a leftist military coup, the Carnation Revolution. The new government of Portugal granted independence to almost all Portuguese overseas territories, except for Timor-Leste and Macau. The words "Aqui é Portugal," here is Portugal, were once inscribed on the walkway of its municipal building. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more videos coming up daily.